All right, this is a review of the Honda CRF150F motorcycle. My son was learning how to ride. He borrowed a friend's XR100 for a ride, and that was a little small for him. It was one from the 1980s, so this is kind of the son or grandson of that bike. A little bit taller, a little bit bigger, overall equally reliable. It's going to run forever, and we'll get into the specifics a little bit later, but basically we wanted a bike that was big enough for an adult to ride, so when he gets tired of it, I can use it as my play bike, and then something that was smaller than my Honda 500, which I don't want him to ride because this would happen to him. All right, here's a close-up look at the bike. You've got a disc brake in the front on a 19-inch wheel, and you've got a 16-inch wheel in the back with a drum brake, so that's an inch smaller than your standard, big motocross bike. It is carbureted, as you can see. Carburetor is real easy to clean. The rebuild kits are less than 20 bucks. Spark plug is easy to get to. This one has a Kickstarter. In 2006, they redesigned them to be electric start. So the pre-2006, there's no battery and you just kickstart it. People seem to prefer that. And then in 2006, they redesigned the engine to make the engine stronger and lighter, but they put a big heavy starter on it, so it's actually a little bit heavier than the earlier models, but you've got the electric start. As long as your battery's charged up, you're good. This particular one, the early models don't have a battery, so all you got to do is kick it to start it, and you don't ever have to worry about charging it up. In terms of maintenance, it's designed to be real easy to maintain. You can see these caps right here is where you would adjust your valve clearance, and it's a screw and lock nut system, so you don't need any parts, like no shims or anything else to adjust the valves. Just open this up, screw it up and down, tighten it, and then check your clearance. They styled it like a racing bike, even though it's not at all intended to be for racing. It's got a little less than 9 inches of travel in the front and back, about 2.1 gallons in the tank, no instruments, hydraulic disc brake, legal spark arrestor, and you can see it's made in Brazil. You can see there's no adjustments on the fork, so you pretty much get what you get, and you can change the oil and springs if you don't like it. Same thing on the rear suspension, other than there's a collar you can crank up and down here to raise and lower it to increase the spring tension, but that's about all you got to work with. No damping settings or anything like that. So it's basically a dirt play bike is kind of the category it's in. The engine's going to run forever. It's reliable. It's it's not overstressed. It's overbuilt and understressed, if anything, and you can just rip down the road on it all day long, get it dirty, and it'll run forever. And that's kind of the point of what we were looking for. And in addition to that, it is kind of a medium-sized bike, but the seat is 32 inches high. So for an adult, you could buy one of these and just have it be your play bike, and it would fit you just fine. If you were, let's say, a woman 5'6" or under, and you wanted a dirt bike. Actually, if you're a woman and you're 5'6" and under and you like motorcycles, go ahead and send me a personal message. All right. But I digress. So for women, a lot of times if they're looking for a bike that's manageable and they're not 6 feet tall, then this is a perfect kind of compromise trail bike, just if we're going out and having fun in the dirt and keeping up with your friends. Anything else to mention? The oil change interval on this is probably once a year, and it takes a little more than a quart. There's no oil filter. You can watch my oil change video to see how to change the oil on it. So basically the only parts in the oil change video that you need are oil. And then you clean out this mesh screen and you're good to go until next year.